My name is Kerwin Stoval Williams, and I will be presenting my theory of scale time. So, that said, first I'm going to attempt to answer or ask what is the most asked question about our universe. And aside from, is there life out there? It's what's inside of a black hole. And the question with just as much gravity as a black hole is, why are we here? Now, the why are we here part, that is a, you'll have to answer that individually. But I'm here right now to attempt to unify or to present my unification facts to the world. Okay, no big crunch. And no big rip. The universe is a steady state on the most fundamental level. And at that level, symmetry is all. Symmetry is what provides the foundation for asymmetry. How can I say that symmetry provides a foundation for asymmetry? That's an avenue in the street. It's not, doesn't sound like it's in the same direction, but it is. It's the forward direction of emerging value in scale. There is only one direction, and that's forward. Time only moves in one direction. Space, the fabric of space, is a woven volume of individual field densities of unique constant. Antimatter and matter play a pivotal role. If hopefully I will show that by utilizing the valiant efforts of true explorers, I don't know what's more dangerous, stepping foot on a foreign planet or bearing your soul to the world. And everybody I'm going to credit, which is everyone, not only for that bravery, but for the contribution to the intellect of society. And society literally needs to be unified. This theory for all intents and purposes, will do that. And it's not complicated. It's not as hard as figuring out relativity, general relativity. It's not as hard as now when it comes to fields and particles and the duality of such. It was stated that the field collapses into a particle due to observation. And I saw the fallacy in that. It's not a fallacy, it's just an incomplete understanding of what particles are, what we are. And the complete understanding is particles don't exist at all. Whatsoever. Absolutely. How can I say that particles don't exist when we can literally touch ourselves and feel and see objects right in front of us and avoid potentially harmful objects? And these objects gain mass, the matter gains mass as it approaches velocity relative to a stationary object. Well, these stationary objects and mass, or matter in itself, are composed 100% of fields. And when you realize that you yourself are composed 100% of fields, and that you yourself are measuring this world yourself, the motion of your appendages, your own thought process, everything about you, you are literally measuring that 100% of the time. So in any experiment derived to locate a particle is a moot point due to the fact that you have already measured it. So, and I try to, and what supports that is the fact that you can't transform a field in five-dimensional space. So we're living in 5 dimensions. So you can't, that fact that it's impossible to transform volume. You just make it spin. You just show the volume from a different perspective. The perspective of a conscious observer at a different reference point than your own. And you're showing it at almost infinite, depending on the amount of energy or numerical notation you're putting into your transformation on a plane. You're showing what all of that is showing is the amount of reference points that can be accessed by an observer. And when I input my idea of the quantum world into vector transformations, it just made what I thought at first was the z-axis, and so my naivete at that point in time, I thought that transformation and the reason behind that infinite line, or that ratio, or that those coordinates extended for eternity, was due to the fact that That's how one-dimensional space, emerged two-dimensional space, and then from two-dimensional space emerged three-dimensional space. And I was, but I knew from the only possibility that I had, that I was trying to plug into these vector coordinates was impossible, because you can't plug in you can go tangents and orthogonal plotting, and you can certainly plot topologically the vector path of a jet and projectile and whatnot, but you can't plot the entire space that that is containing these objects of matter. Living with an emotional realization is vast and is vast as it was menacing. Oppenheimer's, the shoulders of Oppenheimer have to be Atlas strength. To have to step into an arena to save your fellow man and then carry the burden of an unspeakable horror on your own talent, that it came to be due to your own talent. Now that has to be more treacherous. Walking on Jupiter.